Welcome back to another weekly vlog, and this week we start with some news. We have a new T2.5 ride going into the diary. Every other week on a Tuesday night at 6:30 UK time we will be doing a banded group ride to hopefully offer some more options for weekday evening rides whilst people are going out on their bikes at the weekends. The big difference is though, this will not be led by me. This ride will be led by Jill Theodosi, which I'm really pleased to have someone else on board as another group leader. I think it's awesome. And if there's anybody out there who wants to jump in and maybe do the off weeks with Jill, then let me know. If not, then I will try and run on the off weeks myself. Tuesdays are slightly more difficult for me. I'll join the rides as and when I can, and if I can fill those gaps and run a ride on the other Tuesdays, then I will. So it might become slightly more weekly if possible, but it'll definitely be in on every other week by Jill, and it will go into the usual sign up places. The only difference will be that, as you do with me, you'll need to follow Jill on Zwift, otherwise she won't be able to send you the Zwift meetup invites. But yeah, I'm chuffed to get another ride in the diary, and it's brilliant to have somebody else to jump on and run that ride. I think it's awesome. This week, the last couple of weeks have been slightly lower in terms of total kilometres. It's been just under 70 kilometres last week and the week before. My aim this week is to up that. I need to get closer, over the 100 kilometres. So my aim this week is focusing on getting kilometres into my legs. So I am going to jump on tonight. Tonight is Tuesday. I'm going to jump on and support Jill's first ride. Get some more kilometres in my legs. We obviously have the usual race night on Thursday night. We're doing the Innsbruck Ring as a race, which is slightly challenging because there's a bit of a lumpy hill in there. 2 laps of that. And then actually on Saturday's group ride this week, we're doing the volcano climb route, which is, I've just fancied it. I looked at the route and I thought, yeah, I fancy going up the volcano. But I think probably to get the 100 kilometers done, I'm going to need to jump on at some other point. So maybe it'll be tomorrow for a zone 2 ride, which is something I didn't do last week because it was all about the TTs. So that's my aim for this week. My aim for right now is to go and get changed so I can jump on the bike and join Jill's first ride. So I'm going to go do that, and I'll catch up with you in a bit. It's Thursday, which means it is race day. About half an hour to go at the moment, so we'll get to that in a second. I just wanted to say how much I enjoyed Jill's ride on Tuesday night. It was great to jump on, have a chat again during the week with the guys on Discord. Great turnout. I think we had about 15 people along. A lot of people who are normally regulars to the group. And yeah, had a good chat on Discord. And again, a time where an hour just disappears. And we did the sand and sequoias, however you say that, route, and the one, it gets to that hilly bit to come back round to where you started, and that just brought back awful memories of the Tour of Utopia, when I wasn't expecting that hilliness to be part of that ride. But yeah, I really enjoyed that. Congrats to Jill for getting the first one in, and yeah, here's to many, many more. Moving on to tonight's race then, we are doing 2 laps of Innsbruck Ring, which has the steep kind of climb, short and sharp climb up, which will take me a little while to get up. And again, I'm sure that's where I'm going to lose a lot of my distance. So the aim for me is going to be to stay with the DCAT for as long as I can. I think there's a couple of people stepping up categories again today, which is awesome. It's great to see people stepping up categories. I guess there is a downside. It means there's less people for me to draft in the D category. But hey, it's brilliant to see people stepping up and improving and all of that sort of stuff. And I think that's awesome. So yeah, congrats to everyone who's stepping up in category tonight. It has been absolutely hammering it down all day today. We've gone from glorious sunshine, where I was extremely uncomfortable to sit here and work, to pouring rain. And the guy came for the garden today. He was gonna start laying the patio, but you can't do that in the amount of rain that we had. And he's basically moved the shed from one position to the other, from one side of the garden to the other. So dismantling it and then rebuilding it today. in the torrential rain. So fair play to him for cracking on and getting that done. It must have been horrific, especially sitting on top of the shed, completely uncovered, hammering the roof in. Must have been horrible. But yeah, it's great to see it coming on. We've got a lot more to go really till we're complete, but it's moving forward, which is awesome. So yeah, I am going to go get myself ready, get on the bike, get the legs moving ready for a warm up. It's nice to not be in a huge rush on a Thursday night like I normally am, but I'll see you on the bike. Right, so we've got just over 2.5 minutes to go. Hoping this goes a bit better. I did jump onto the bike yesterday to try and do about an hour, but my Zwift crashed after about 10k, and it seems to be a very intermittent thing. Luckily, touch wood, it hasn't happened during a race. It's happened once during a ride, but I can't pinpoint the reason for it. So fingers crossed it doesn't happen again. Let's see, I suppose. But yeah, 2 minutes to go. I'm going to try and stick, as usual, with the DCAT riders for as long as I can before we hit that hill, which then I'll just be left behind again. So it would be good to cover this this route off, actually. I saw it on the list. I thought that's not a bad racing route with a bit of a climb in it. Fancied a bit of a climb myself. We've got the volcano on Saturday as well, so some climbing this week, which is great. Right, I'm going to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Let's get going. Again, it's going to be a blast at the start to try and keep up, as usual. I might not go out quite as hard as that, knowing that I'm going to get caught behind, so I might not try and latch on with a very front group, although there's a group gone out the front there that could probably be the best place to be. So I'm going to stop talking and try and catch them. Okay, so we're just over 3 minutes in. This hasn't felt yet like the usual all-out blast from the start, which is quite nice because it's quite hot in here and putting out a lot of effort is going to be difficult. But a huge group of D riders. The other groups would have started by now, but hopefully the draft with us all together will keep us away from the groups behind for a little while, which should be good. Looking like a nice strong group at the moment. Come on. Okay, so nearly 8 minutes in, managed to stay with this group. I think the pace has picked up slightly as I'm definitely puffing more. Unfortunately, my heart rate monitor's run out of battery, so it's not picking it up. I think we're about to come round now to the big climb. Well, big climb, or the short burst, I should say, which I'm sure is just going to split this group out. Looking back, N Corbin, 18 seconds behind the next CCAT rider. C Finlayson, M Pearce is back there as well. So they are catching. There we go then. This will spread us out nicely with me at the back probably. Right, I'm over the top. A. Evans is now 10 seconds ahead. We had a group of bees go past.
C Finlayson, C Cat just behind me with Jay Bushell, and then A Lloyd 7 seconds back. I need to catch my breath. Oh, there goes Craig with a wave. Oh, C Finlayson going past twice and waving. Thanks. Hey, Lloyd's caught right up to the back of me. We got P Stansfield and A Evans a few seconds in front. I can't talk at the moment, sorry guys. I'll catch up with the front lot in a bit. Right, so C Richie and Seymour came past when I was running with A Lloyd. I thought I'd take the chance to jump on the back of the C Cat. I can't keep it going for too much longer, but hopefully it'll benefit me in a little bit. B's just come through, detailer, Jill, and these guys have jumped on, tried to jump on with them. I'm going to get left behind here. Oh. I've definitely lost that group. So let's move forward. Have a look. Oh, I can't tell. Is this the front? S Van Steenkist. Absolutely blasting out 8 watt per kilograms. 13 seconds ahead of Ed Nyland, with who is with C White. Jay Bushell about 10 seconds back. And Corbin, first C Cat. Jay Williams, some D Cats together. E Karan, S Pie, D Taylor has caught them. T Ernitz in the C Cat, and Jill. C Richie, C Clegg, C Finlayson, A Evans, sorry, B Dark, G Fat Bike, all still together. That was the group I was in for a while. C Moore, P Stansfield, who I was trying to catch, but I think they caught the back of that B Cat too. M Hyde, back 25 seconds behind. M Pierce with him. N Barber 5 seconds back. And A Lloyd 7 seconds further back. And I've absolutely run out of puff now. Oh man, come on. Right, up this hill again. I've got no strength in my legs. They've completely gone. Oh man, I was feeling quite strong. There goes M Barber and M Hyde. Yeah, this is going to be difficult. Come on. Oh, I've lost connection. My trainer's cut out. Come on. Oh man. Come on. And my back. Right, so I've had to switch over to Bluetooth. The signal for Bluetooth is quite patchy on this side of the room. I don't know why that happened. I lost connection to everything. It wasn't until I took the ANT Plus dongle out that it all sort of unfroze. Brilliant. So Aloyd has passed me 2.5 minutes ahead now. And I'm up P Krynor. Hopefully I've said that right. Please tell me if I haven't. Just behind me, 20 seconds back. I've just got to get back up to speed again now. I've got no cadence sensor because I couldn't bother to pair that. Just getting the power and the controller connected. Right. Oh, that was hard to blast. Right, I'm going to coast down. Oh, I've left my mouse on the other side of the room. Right. So, unfortunately, I've missed everybody finished the race. I'm so sorry, guys. Oh, that is frustrating. Really, really frustrating. Let's go back to me. Let's get this finished. Come on. At least get the kilometres in the leg for this week. Man, that's twice in 2 rides. I've had problems. I'm wondering whether one is connected to the other. Maybe something to do with that ANT dongle is causing dropouts. And I've had a bit of a fiddle with the power consumption on the computer and whatnot. So maybe the fiddling with that has stopped it from actually crashing, but meant that I've just lost connection to the trainer instead. Weirdly, half an hour in again. It's about as far as I got in on the ride yesterday and had the same problem. Computers, great when they work, but when you're quite reliant on them, when you're recording races and doing a video at the end of each week, you kind of need them to work. Right, I'm going to get my head down and get to the end then, and then we'll look at the final results. All right, and across the line. Well, that wasn't quite what I was hoping it would be, but I guess a solid 18 kilometres in the legs at quite a high pace. Oh. So, let's have a look at the final results then. So, S. Van Steenkist, 5.2 watts per kilogram. That is definitely a cat category. Definitely. 27.42. 40 seconds behind C. White. 28.22. F. Nyland, 28.23. 1 second back. And then another 9 seconds back. J. Bushell. All B cat riders finishing with 3.8 watts per kilogram. Great riding, guys. N. Corbin in 5th. And T. Ernitz, hopefully I've said that right, in 6th. First time joining us today. Welcome along. Same, I think, with S. Van Steenkist. Welcome, guys. Great to have you along. D. Taylor in 7th. 30 minutes 31. Riding in the B Cat today. And then S. Pye, first D Cat in the group, I think, in 2.4 watts per kilogram. 30 minutes 54 seconds. Just back on that, E. Karan. Finishing with J. Williams, C. Ritchie, all very close together. Jill just behind again. And Jill obviously having that 2 minutes to make up, and C. Ritchie making up that minute to finish along with those guys. Great racing. Sorry that I didn't catch any of this. I lost. You know, I was kind of on my own, sort of jumped forward to watch the rest, but clearly I was having rather difficulties with my computer. So where did we get to? Apologies, I've forgotten. M Barber in 13th, C Clegg 14th, B Dark in 15th to 31 minutes 30 seconds. Same time as C Finlayson. Seymour 31.50, G Fat Bike just over 32 minutes. A Evans 20 seconds behind M Hyde. C Cat 32.41. Let me take my face off so we can see the rest. Pete Stansfield, 21st, 32.42, just a second behind M Hyde. M Pierce, 22nd, A Lloyd, 23rd. Me, a little way behind that. Technical difficulties, 24th, and then P Krynor in 25th. Another new joiner. I hope you keep coming back, dude. Thanks for coming along in 25th. And there were some quite close finishes in that race again. It always throws up some quite close racing, these. And it's great to see. I do like these races every week. I think they really challenge people. People riding today in different categories to what they normally would do. Too many to mention individually, but awesome job for stepping up. And I think it's showing in some of the results with the C-Cat mixed above the D-Cats and things. And obviously by stepping up, I think you'll see possibly improvements further down the line. I don't know when I get to that secret. I can't wait to get there. I'm no doubt I'm going to be left for dead pretty much every race, but I really enjoyed that ride again. That was awesome. And once again, I'm going to go and have a shower, get my dinner, and then I'll do a wrap up afterwards.
So a few technical difficulties tonight then. I think looking back at the footage, I think I lost about 3 minutes, I think, trying to faff around getting the computer to work again. How frustrating is that? Hopefully, I'm just going to run it off Bluetooth now, and hopefully I'll find out that it was the ANT dongle that was causing the problem, and the crashes will go away as well. Fingers crossed. But yeah, another brilliant race, obviously. Some brilliant results. When won by someone new to the group, S. Van Steenkist. I mean, huge number of watts per kilogram put out there. And yeah, probably is an ACAT rider. But yeah, overall, was it 25 people finishing? Some people now riding in higher categories, and a wave from Craig Finlayson. 2 waves. So thanks for that. I've got a funny feeling that's going to become a thing, isn't it? But yeah, I felt strong from the start, and I don't know whether it was because that group left at a slowish pace, or whether I just felt strong enough to keep with the group. I don't know what it was, but it wasn't until I hit the hill, and then it was a full-blown red zone effort, and even then I couldn't keep up with. I don't think I kept up with anybody. And then I was trying to push when I got back down to the flat again to push up with a few of the guys. Came around for that second lap, and I was gone. My legs were gone. And coming around to do the climb again, I just felt that I couldn't push too hard, or I don't know. It was a weird feeling. It's a feeling I haven't had for a long time. Feeling weak isn't the right word, but just not strong. And then everything cut out. So yeah, that was the end of that ride, really. I actually jumped on and did another, I think, 16 kilometers just around Watopia afterwards to get myself up to 30 kilometers for the day, just to get some more miles in the legs. As I said, I wanted to make sure this week that I get over that 100 kilometers mark and get some good distance in. We've got our ride on Saturday, which is our next ride, which will add to that. I don't quite know how many kilometers we'll do, because that'll be a lot of climbing up the volcano. But I may even jump on sort of tomorrow lunchtime or something. Although I have just realised I'm supposed to be in the office tomorrow. So maybe I won't be getting on the bike tomorrow, because obviously we've got the football tomorrow evening. So maybe I won't. So it might have to be Saturday and Sunday or something to get those kilometres up. If not, just a slightly longer ride on Saturday. Yeah, so as I said, it's so good to see. We had 3 new riders with us tonight. I think 25 people still coming along to the rides and the races is brilliant, especially since the nice weather is outside, and you know, all of that sort of stuff. So to still keep up with people coming, and I know a lot of people are recovering from injury, and they're pushing and coming back, and some big FTP number increases. that we saw during this race. So, yeah, massive thumbs up to everyone. Another thoroughly enjoyable race, and I can't wait to wait until next week. Next week is going to be a handicap race. My favourite. Next week is handicap race. I'll have to decide what route we're going to do for that, because we've done flattish, then a slightly sort of undulating. Maybe we'll go for a slightly hillier route, and I don't think people are going to like that much, but maybe that's what we'll do. Yeah, I'll have a think about that one. But that's it for tonight. It's actually it's gone 11 o'clock now, so I'm going to go to bed and get to the office tomorrow. And yeah, the next time I'll see you probably won't be on Saturday, so I'll see you then. We've made it. It's the weekend and Saturday, so it's the group ride day. About 20 minutes away from that, just got off the scales. £2 loss this week, which is awesome, because I'm being honest, I haven't really watched what I've eaten all week. The main focus has been getting on the bike a bit more. I didn't get a chance to get on yesterday because I was in the office and then home to finish work, and then the rather boring game of football that was on last night. Well, that's a bit unfair. It wasn't boring. It was just a typical England performance of nothingness. It's such a contrast to what we played in the previous game, I felt. But I don't really watch a lot of football like I used to. I used to have a season ticket at Reading, which you can... Reading, yeah. I used to have a season ticket there, but being honest, since the last World Cup, I've not really watched a lot of football. So I can't really comment too much. Anyway, I'm going to get myself ready, get on the bike, do the group ride, and I'll catch up with you after. And if it stops raining, because it's been constantly raining for about 3 days now, I'll do a garden update towards the end of the video. If not, I'll have to just fit one in next week. But yes, I'll catch you in a bit. So, I've had a rather interesting couple of hours. This morning's group ride did not go well. I had 2 Zwift crashes. And I had a delivery man arrive at the time I was on the bike. No one else in the house, so I had to go and answer the door. So a very interrupted group ride, and I've had PC issues a little bit this week, obviously with the crash ride earlier in the week too, and a few other instances actually of things that have happened whilst I've been working during the week. So I've basically spent the time since then trying to work out what the issue is. So I gutted the whole PC. I took the graphics card out, the memory. I didn't do the CPU because I don't have any thermal paste to reapply it to it. Took it all out, cleared the CMOS on the motherboard, all of that sort of stuff. Put it all back together, booted up. I loaded up old graphics card drivers in case it's a graphics card issue. Did all of that and then went out for a couple of hours. I left Zwift running, following random riders and recording, and got an hour and 45 minutes of footage that was absolutely fine. But then I thought, I'm just going to quickly, because I record all of my rides anyway, I thought I'd quickly look back and see if there's anything that's obvious on the rides that are causing a crash. And it's at exactly the same point on Watopia in the underwater tunnels that it's crashing. Every time. Weird. Very, very strange. So what I'm going to do now is, having done the driver rollback, I've gone back to a driver that's really old, like back November time. I'm going to jump on now and keep my fingers crossed that I can get past that point. Otherwise, the only thing I can think of is just not riding that route for a period of time. And it looks like that I've had 2 different issues maybe. One being a Zwift specific issue where it's crashing at a certain point, and then another issue with the main PC. I've had a few problems during the week. It might be caused by a memory change that I did. So I reverted back to the old memory. So let's see. I'm going to jump on and see. Keep our fingers crossed, because if it doesn't work, I don't know what to do. Let's find out.
I thought I'd bring you along for the ride. I have just checked. I did ride past the point where it's crashed earlier on in the week after the race, and I got through it without it crashing. but I've had crashes either side of that time. So, I mean, I don't know whether it's intermittent. Even if I got past it this time, I'm not even confident so that it'll maybe be a long-term fix. So I'm going to have to probably just ride backwards and forwards through the tunnel a few times just to give it a good test. Not going to go at any great pace. Just going to pootle around there and see if I can get past the dreaded crash. Let's see when we get there. Right, we're coming right up to that spot right now. I'm going to look away because I can't watch. Can we get through? Please. I'm going to open my eyes now. Right, well, we got through it this time. Right, that's number one done. It's that exact point where it goes through that little dark section of water that for some reason my computer doesn't like. I'm assuming it's not a wider Zwift issue, because there's plenty of other people riding around that area, and that it is specific to me. But I'm going to ride to the end of the tunnel, go back again, test it again, just do it a few times just to make sure. Here we go again then, same part. Let's see, come on. Just get out into that light. I'm confident we've got through the problem. There you go. Twice. Right. Keep doing it. Gonna keep trying. I want to have confidence that next group ride that we run through this route, that I'm actually going to get through it. It must have something to do with the dark sort of underwater stuff with the reflections of the light off the top of the water. I'm just guessing it must tax the graphics card quite difficult, I suppose. Who knows? Right, we're coming up to the point for the third time. 25 minutes in, so everything must be warm in the computer, all of that stuff. If I can get through this time, keep your fingers crossed. Come on, just back out into that light. Right, I think, I don't want to jinx it, we may have sorted the issue. Oh, thank you.
So fingers crossed, that is now that issue put to bed. I don't think I'm going to have the confidence in it for a little while yet, but I did carry on to do it again for a fourth time, and no issues there either. So touch wood, that has been fixed. And I'm really sorry to Neil Corbin, who jumped in just as I was finishing. And he was going to join me for a ride, but my time was up. I had to get off and sort out dinner for the little one, and I'd only really jumped on for a few minutes. So I'm really sorry, man. That's yeah, I didn't mean to do that. So this week, let's round the week up then. I'm not going out in the garden because it's pouring down with rain. The only thing that's really happened this week is the shed is moved. So I will show you that in next week's catch up on the garden, when hopefully there's a lot of other stuff that's been done in there too, depending on the weather this week coming. Hopefully it's not raining as much. Fingers crossed. So this week's riding, all in all, given the sort of problems that I've had getting Zwift working and getting the PC working, 120 kilometers, maybe not quite as many as I wanted it to be, but it's still over the 100 kilometer mark. And my focus, as I said at the start of the week this week, is just getting, previous weeks have been just under 70. So I needed to just ramp the number of kilometers up. I've achieved that. And along with that, achieved a 2 pound weight loss. So I am chuffed to bits. It's been a brilliant week in that respect. I'm hoping I'm ending it on a good one with things that will work going forward. And it's been great. We've had, in both rides this week, all three rides, including Jill's, we've had new riders with us, joining the group, coming to the group rides, interacting on the group chat in Facebook and stuff. So that's awesome. Welcome along, guys. I hope you stay with us. And that's to anybody else who wants to come along. We're a friendly group, mainly of seasoned D-Cat riders. So if you're new to Zwift, and you're a bit nervous about joining rides, come along. We are the perfect place for you to come along to. All the details are in the description below. You can join the Facebook group, join our 3 rides. So we now have Jill, who leads the Tuesday night 6:30 group ride, our race on a Thursday night, and our group ride on a Saturday, 11 o'clock UK time. All the details below and how to sign up to those as well. So do come along. Next week's race is going to be a handicap race. I'm going to get thinking about what route we're going to do for that one, but I love the handicap races. I did well last time. Fingers crossed I can do well this time. I've said that like 3 times now, fingers crossed, haven't I? But yeah, it's the race that I really enjoy because it gives a bit of a level playing field. Maybe we'll do a slightly hillier course. I'm sure I'll have some comments in the description below about the idea about doing that. But let's see what people think. Yeah, that's this week. I'm happy with it. Going into next week, I want to try and get above the 120. Just step up a little bit more in kilometres, and hopefully continue to lose weight. I'm not going to lie, we're ordering a curry tonight. I've had one of those days where I've been pulling my hair out, just trying to get things fixed and sorted, and I've just decided that's it. We're going to order a curry. It will be probably vegetarian rather than vegan, I assume, but that's what we're doing for this evening. And that is the end of this week. If you did enjoy this week's vlog, please do hit the like button, subscribe, all of that stuff. A massive thank you again to all of the Buy Me a Coffee members and one-off donations for this week. And yeah, I'll see you next week.